What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Crash Blade Gaming, and we are 10 subscribers away from hitting that 200 mark. I am so excited. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content, and help me get to that 200 mark by the end of the year would be amazing. A little bit about the deck we're playing. We're going with Goodra, who's never been featured on this, Goodra VStar, I should say, who's never been featured on this channel. So we're taking a look at it. It's a little bit of a list from the recent tournament regionals. I forget the name of it, but whatever. It's there. Deck's really good, and we do have a match in here that our opponent just had every card they needed in every step of the way to get the dub, so I congratulated them at the end of the game. It was pretty awesome. But anyways, let's get into the question. Okay, folks, time for the Pokemon question of the day. And before we get into the question of the day, there is a code word in this video, so be on the lookout for that. I know I haven't included one in any recent videos, but it's back, it's here. Just be on the lookout for that. So let's go over last video's question. This Pokemon can only be obtained by evolving the basic female form into one of its 3 evolution form. Who is this Pokemon? And if you were like the commenter Band Socks and Linked Hawks, you guessed Wormadam. Wormadam needs to be female so you can get Wormadam. Otherwise, it evolves into a moth Pokemon that I can't remember the name of. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But anyways, congratulations, Band. You have 1 point. That puts you at 2. And nobody else has any points, so you're well on your way to win once again. Now, in this video's question. This Pokemon can see the future and the past by using the eye that corresponds to that timeline. So one of its eyes can see future, one of its eyes can see past. Who is this Pokemon? Go ahead and leave your answer in the comment section down below. Be the first person to get that question right. Earn yourself a point. Once you get 3 points, you earn yourself some prizes on PTCGO. And don't forget about the code word. First person to get that one also wins a couple of packs on PTCGO. So yeah, good luck to everybody, and let's get into the deck list. Okay, we're taking our first look at Hisuian Goodra VStar, and I thought, why not pair it with Arceus? It did well in the tournament as well. I think it got like top 4, I believe, so that's really good for this. The attack Rolling Iron for 3 energy, 1 water, metal, and a colorless does 200 damage. And during our opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from attacks. And then we also have the V-Star Power Moisture Star. We can heal all damage from this Pokemon once per game, which is awesome. It's a good ability. We use it sometimes we don't, because we pair it with, of course, everybody's favorite Arceus V-Star. The Trinity Nova attack, being able to power up our Goodra in 1 turn, is awesome. And the Starbirth ability, being able to search for 2 cards, is just really, really good for consistency. And then we also have 1 copy of Radiant Gardevoir. All of our Pokemon take 20 less damage from attacks from our opponent's Pokemon V. So that means if our opponent is playing Pokemon V, Goodra can theoretically take 100 less damage per turn, as long as we're able to get the Rolling Iron attack off. And that's 100 less damage. It is huge. And this Pokemon does 200 damage. It's insane. It 2-shots everything. It could possibly 1-shot things if you play a Choice Belt, but I do not, so you can if you want to. And then the rest of these cards here are to help. We have 3 Crystal Cave to help heal up our Goodras, 1 Path to the Peak. If we use our abilities, we can play Path to the Peak and start our opponent down. 4 Hyper Potions, just so we can heal the Goodras as well. And then we have 4 Quick Balls, 3 Ultra Balls, a couple of switches here because our Pokemon have a lot of retreat costs. 1 Avery to help with some certain matchups. 2 Boss's Orders, of course. Everybody needs to play some boss. 4 Colress's Experiment so we can get the cards that we want. 2 Marnie for a little bit of disruption. 3 Melony just in case we need to put some energy onto our Goodra from the discard, which helps because we're playing 5 water energy. 1 Research and 1 Roxanne. We also have a copy of Big Charm. This allows us to make Goodra have 300 damage or Arceus have 310 damage, making them a little bit harder to knock out. And we have 2 copies of Big Parasol. This is really in here for just the Giratina and Sableye matchups. Otherwise, this card doesn't do anything. So it can be Quick Ball or Ultra Ball fodder as well. And of course, 4 double turbo energies for the Arceus. This deck really similarly plays like Duraludon, which is funny because it's another dragon type Pokemon. But I think it might be a little bit better. We'll see. I'm also thinking about doing the Lost Zone version of Goodra, where we use Fantina to take like 200 less damage or whatever it is, which is completely insane. Let me know if you guys want to see that. But this is the deck. Let's go watch it in action. Alright, we're going second here. We do get an Arceus start, which is great. Looks like we're going up against some type of lightning deck, possibly Pikachu VMAX. Should be interesting to see Goodra to go up against, but we don't really have much else going. Oh, Zeraora. Very well. 190. Ooh, Thunderous Bolt is a scary attack that they can do. With the Choice Belt, they can do 220. So this Arceus might be a goner next turn. They have Choice Belt already. Ugh, that's not looking good for us, especially since I don't have a Quick Ball or anything like that in my hand. So this might be a quick one here. We top deck a Goodra. That's amazing. No idea how awesome top decking that Goodra is. Let's go ahead and Trinity Charge and start to... what do I want? 2 metals and a water? 2 waters and a metal. Let's do 2 waters and a metal. That'll be fine. We have a metal in hand as well. Well, if this Arceus survives, we have access to Arceus VSTAR next turn, which is cool. If it doesn't, we have access to Goodra VSTAR anyways, and we can hit into the Zeraora V or VMAX, whichever comes up. Unfortunately, I don't believe I have Choice Belt in this list, because then I would have been able to one-shot the Zeraora if they didn't evolve. Now, I believe the Zeraora VMAX, that attack is dependent on abilities, which is good because I can limit my abilities. If they play the VSTAR, I don't quite remember what the VSTAR does. I haven't really looked at these newer cards, so we'll see. They do play a Story Mountains. They already have 1 Flaffer in play. They can power up the Zeraora V in 1 turn. They do get a second one. Do they have a way to move Radiant Greninja is the question. I may even target down their Flaffers, but doesn't seem like I will be doing so. Here's an Ultra Ball that could go for VSTAR, VMAX, or another Flaffer. Possibly. We'll see what our opponent decides to do. But our hope is Arceus V stays alive. They get rid of Tool Scrapper and a Manaphy. And they do indeed go for another Flaffer. That tells me they have a Marnie or a Research in their hand. Hopefully not a Marnie. Zinnia's Resolve is a good card for us to see. They also had a Boss, so now they have 2 more cards. No Marnie. We possibly can take a KO on Zeraora. I'm going to check the deck with this Evil Incense. This might be just a pass from our opponent, and it is. Okay. We have been given a chance. We've been given a chance. I could have used Story Mountain to get down the Goodra, but we will go ahead and Evo Incense. Arceus VSTAR is what we want. Now... oh, we play Big Charm instead. So I could VSTAR power for Goodra VSTAR plus... I guess Research in this case would be the best card. Or Boss, right? I could Boss and just leave... could KO a Flaffer. Could hit into the other Zeraora as well. Yeah, let's do this. If I Boss though, then I can't really... I don't have a lot to go off of if I Boss. We'll play that. We will attach here. Throw down another Goodra. Crystal Cave just to bounce the Stadium. And then we can use Starbirth to grab Goodra VSTAR. So let's grab the Evil Incense. I don't know, let's do Ultra Ball. Get rid of those 2 cards in hand anyways. I'm tempted to do Research instead of a Boss. We just take the KO and go with it. I think so. We'll do Ultra Ball and Boss. I mean Research. Don't need these in this matchup, I don't think. It could come back and bite me, but we'll see. Grab Goodra VSTAR, throw that down, and then Research our hand away. It was a tough decision. I don't know what the better decision was there, but here we are. Trinity Nova, take the KO. We could have bossed the Zeraora and hit it, but I decided not to. We have all of our Goodras set up. Basically, we have Goodra VSTAR in hand. We have double turbo energies to help heal our Goodras when need to. There's a Hyper Potion off the prizes. We are fairly set to go. They do promote their Zeraora. I don't know if they're playing the VSTAR or the VMAX. They did bounce our Stadium, but that's okay. We have a counter Stadium in hand. What is this? A Voltorb. And a Research. They do get rid of... I thought I saw Lake Acuity, but I guess not. Maybe it was a switch. Good thing they don't have a way to get Lightning Energy as easy into the discard, and our opponent concedes. I don't know. I think we had that one in the bag, but maybe our opponent was just breaking. Oh, going up against Mew. And our opening hand isn't the greatest going up against Mew here. But that's okay. Hopefully this Marnie can get us a Big Charm. They have 2 Battle VIP passes in their opening hand. So this is going to be the exact opposite of last match where I had a super strong outing. Our opponent now has a super strong outing. Rotom Phone, they're going to have everything they need for next turn. Hopefully they draw with Genesect off of this Rotom Phone so that I can Marnie it away. Unless it's a useful card for them. Oh, double Rotom Phone. They didn't actually want that card. Okay. They want a different one. Or the same card. We'll see. And there goes a Genesect. Another Choice Belt. Sure. Cramomatic Fliptails. Alright, no cram for them. Another Genesect. And it's our turn. Okay. Well, we're just going to go ahead and attach this double turbo energy. We're going to go ahead and Marnie. I don't need to play these big Parasols. Maybe I can get a Big Charm. Do get a Goodra. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and play the Goodra. I actually don't want to play Crystal Cave, so I'm going to Quick Ball for a Radiant Gardevoir, hopefully. We do. That'll help my survivability of the Arceus. So we're going to play that one down as well. And then Arceus can go ahead and Trinity Charge. And we can get this Goodra getting ready to go. Next turn I either have Arceus VSTAR or I have Goodra. And I could have a boss on a Mew maybe. Actually, I can just take out a Genesect, right? No, I can't. I need boss Mew. If they don't evolve both Mews, I can boss them and we're one of them. And we're good. They might be able to take out this Arceus. They need a few things to happen here. There's a Cram Heads Flip, so that's one of the few things they needed. Unfortunately, they might be able to hit our Goodra as well. And that's something we don't want. There's the boss. They are going for Goodra, which is okay with me. I still have the ability to use my V-Star power to set up another one. Do they have a switch? They're still digging. 3 more cards from that Genesect. There's a Quick Ball getting rid of something to get another Genesect down, I'm assuming. There's an Avery from our opponent. Alright, they're going to draw 3 more cards if they don't play anything else. They're digging for their switches. They need a switch here to be able to hit our Hisuian Goodra. They do find double turbo energy, so they will be able to go into Mew VMAX. Will they, however, be able to get the KO? That is the question of the day. Doesn't look like it. Okay, they have a Techno Blast, but not enough to KO our Goodra, which I'm okay with. Let's go ahead and Evo Incense here. I might use Moisture Star this turn. But I would be in top deck mode. I think we're going to go with this. I feel like this might be a little bit of a riskier play, but why not? Let's go there. Let's go ahead and use a Moisture Star, heal off all the damage. And then we can just go ahead and use Rolling Iron. I have Double Turbo plus Hyper Potion next turn, which could help. They're doing minus 80, minus 100 damage. So really, the Techno Blast is only doing 140, which I can heal off most of it with Hyper Potion. And depending on the top deck, that'd be really good. I could also use the Pokestop. I chose not to this turn. Could use the Pokestop to get a Big Charm possibly. That's one thing I could do. They do, however, have to retreat this Mew VMAX into another Mew V, or they have Cross Switcher. That's fine. I still don't think they're doing enough damage to me to KO this Arceus V. Marnie is helpful for us. I do lose my healing ability for Goodra, but that's okay. Don't see a boss coming. There's Arceus VSTAR, and we drew back into Hyper Potion. Arceus VSTAR can take the KO if they are unable to do so with this. We'll find out here shortly. Here's an Ultra Ball that'll get them another Mew VMAX. And then we just have to deal with 2 of them. And we should get the W here, hopefully. They are also down 1 double turbo energy, so another one might be prized. They can only play 4. Cramomatic flip heads. That might get them what they need to get the KO here. Let's see what our opponent gets. They do get the energy for the other Mew. That makes sense to me. Do they have... They haven't used any power tablets. They did get rid of one of them. I think they might need a power tablet. No, I think they're doing exactly 220. No, they're doing 200. Not enough to KO our Arceus, which is fantastic. Okay, we got an Avery, which is an awesome supporter. Let's go ahead and throw out Avery here. Make them discard a couple of Genesects or Choreo. I don't like that I'm only going to be doing 160 damage, but it is enough to KO this Mew VMAX with our Arceus VSTAR. And we can also start to set up another Goodra if we have it. Let's go ahead and quick ball away the Big Parasol. We do have another Goodra, and we do have another Goodra VStar, which is good. Let's get that into play. Let's evolve into the VStar here. Go ahead and attach another double turbo, which is fine. And then we can Trinity Nova, take the KO. Get some energies onto our second Goodra. And we're up 3 prizes already on Mew VMAX. Boss's Orders is nice. Evo Incense, cool. Another energy is always good. So here's what I'm thinking. I know our opponent plays Marnie. Did they put it back in their deck? They didn't. I think this list only plays 1 Marnie. So what I could do is just not worry about this Mew VMAX and just go for the bench Pokemon. We have Boss's Orders. Or I could just hit this Mew VMAX. Ah, but they might Psychic Leap. Psychic Leap is an option for our opponent, so we'll go ahead and promote this Goodra. We have a switch in hand, which is good. Let's attach here, play the Evolution Incense, grab Goodra V. Yep. Goodra VStar, I mean, evolve. And then we can go ahead and boss up a Mew here. Take a KO. And if our opponent doesn't Marnie us, we just win. We just have a win, just like that. Goodra VStar just coming in, 100 less damage from our opponent's attack. They can't even knock out this Goodra in 2 hits, I don't think. There's a cross switcher. They might be going for the Gardevoir. No, they're going for the other Goodra VStar. That's fine with me. That's their last double turbo energy as well. They do reset the damage. I don't think they can do enough damage to take a KO. Ooh, Echoing Horn is interesting for our opponent. Techno Blast does not take the KO. Not enough damage. They're off by 20 once again. And we can just go ahead and boss up the Genesect. And just rolling iron our way to victory on Mew VMAX. That's what happens when you can't do too much damage to us. We get that dub. Well, we do have an interesting start. We don't have an energy though for Arceus V. So guess we're just going to go ahead and throw everybody down. And pass the turn. See what we're playing up against. This Big Parasol might come in super handy or it might not. So I might be playing that on the Arceus. I might not. There's a training court that tells me this is either Sableye or Giratina. Battle VIP Pass will let me know a little bit more information. Possibly. They did lose a training court though, which is surprising. They probably have another one. Maybe they have it in hand or not. I don't know. But this will be Radiant Greninja, probably... what's the name? Cramorant. The fact that we miss energy kind of sucks. Means I can't really evolve into VStar that quickly. Means I might want to... Ooh, Dialga. Okay. We're going up against Dialga. This should be interesting. Oh, I had to adjust there. Get ready for a Dialga matchup. Love me some Dialgas. So their turn's going to take a while. In the meantime, you know, we'll just go ahead and talk about the code word for the video. Haven't done a code word in a while. Just haven't had the time to just kind of sneak it into the video. So, let's go with Goo. Why not? G-O-O. Put that down in the comment section down below to win yourself 2 free packs on PTCGO. Be the first one to do it. Oh, they play a Luminion. That's probably going to go for a Chorus's Experiment. Called it. This new Dialga deck with the Lost Zone engine's pretty sick, but don't forget the code word is goo. Alright, they lose a Comfy. They can attack with a Cramorant if they have one. I don't know if they play Cramorant in Dialga, but I wouldn't see why not. Because it could give you those early game like chip damage and pings that you can do to your opponent. Maybe get you a couple prizes with Cramorant while you're setting up with a Dialga. That is a possible thing that can happen. Our opponent does play an Escape Rope, but that's really painful. Gonna have to go into Radiant Gardevoir. Now I have to find a switch on top of what is it? On top of an energy to be able to attack here. And most likely we're just going to research this hand away. I don't think this deck plays any Sableye or stuff like that either. There's a Zacian. I really wish I had a Marnie for our opponent here, but I don't. Because their Dialga VStar is going to be set up for next turn here very quickly. And there goes the Intrepid Sword. And now all we have in our hand is a research. We top deck an energy. I actually don't want to play Crystal Cave. I actually don't mind playing Crystal Cave. Let's go ahead and research. Let's just get rid of this. We can get the water energy back at some point. Well, we did get Switch, which I like. We can Switch, we can Big Charm, and then we can Trinity Charge this turn. That was a really good research. I'm not going to evolve just yet. Get these guys onto the Goodra V. Next turn I can boss up the Lumineon, take a KO, which would be good with our Arceus V. So I can grab another Goodra V plus boss if I wanted to. That might not be what I grab though. Depends on if I draw another supporter or not. Our opponent is still digging through their deck to get the Dialga up and active. I imagine it will be active this turn, though they don't have many energies in the discard. We've seen them utilize one Metal Saucer is gone, one Scoop Up Net is gone. Mirage Gate is a way to do it. Oh. They're powering up Greninja. I was not expecting that. Okay, I don't mind KOing the Greninja here. There's another Metal Saucer, Air Balloon, Dialga VStar. Bounce my Stadium, which is fine. I have another Stadium Bounce in hand. They've already played Coastal Experiment. Here comes the Radiant Greninja, which we don't mind too much. It's only going to be doing... No, it doesn't block them, right? Only does 90 damage to everybody. Just fine with me. We do get another Goodra V, which is good. I can actually use this training core to get back a water energy for the Arceus. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and play our Crystal Cave. Heal up our Goodra. Play down another Goodra. Now, here's where I have a decision. I can Starbirth for a boss and take out the Lumineon. $220 exactly. They're most likely going to be able to Star Chronos next turn on this Arceus. Okay. Let's go ahead and Starbirth. And then let's grab Boss plus Marnie maybe? Or should I guarantee myself a Goodra? Because they won't be able to KO the Goodra, right? If they have 5 energies, that's 240. They put one more, that's 280. That's enough to KO Goodra. So maybe I don't get a Goodra out, and I just get another supporter like Marnie. Or Roxanne. I can anticipate a Roxanne, too. Might be good as well, but it's less likely that they get a... With their hand as big as it is, and we haven't really seen any bosses played, let's get the Roxanne. Alright, we're going to boss Lumineon here. Yeah, they haven't played any bosses, so it's very likely that they have a boss in hand. We'll go ahead and Trinity Nova, take the KO. And we can power up the other Goodra. That way they can't KO both. And we get 2 prizes. Big Parasol's not necessary. Now their energy's not that great either. They come up with a Radiant Greninja. Now, I'm anticipating that our opponent is able to get the Star Chronos attack off this turn. They do need a Metal Saucer. 1, 2, we've seen 3 Metal Saucers played. They did put back the Metal Energy, however. Mirage Gate works. Oh, they're going with Radiant Greninja again. So there goes my Roxanne boy. That's okay. Concealed cards, now they could still get Dialga up and running. This means Arceus VSTAR sticks around for another turn, which I don't mind. Now we know it's going to happen next turn for sure. Okay, we're going to get bossed next turn for sure. We're going to lose 4 prizes next turn as well. There's a Quick Ball. Quick Ball doesn't really do much for us except thin the deck. Go ahead and Quick Ball away the Big Parasol. Just get out another Arceus just so we don't draw into it. Just thin. Gonna save everything else in my hand. Did I have other? I don't think I had any more energy. It's okay if I do. I can just attach 1 to a Pokemon. Take a KO. We don't have any more energies. That's fine. Get a prize. Now they could Roxanne us here too, which would be devastating. Mirage Gate to the Dialga. Star Chronos is active. They play Lumineon. That can grab them a boss or Roxanne. It is a Roxanne. We were anticipating Roxanne here with our own, but now that's gone. Now we go down to 2 cards. This is going to be crucial with these 2 cards. Our Course Experiment and Melony is okay. They Star Chrono us. That means they didn't have a boss, or they wouldn't have done that, or they have a way to get boss. I'm going to give you Radiant Gardevoir. Do they have a boss in their hand? I'm sure they do. They have really minimal cards. They just Roxanne for 6. They drew 2 cards off the prizes and a card this turn. There is a boss. They go after the less hit Goodra V, which is fine. I don't know if we're going to be able to stop all the damage that they have. Radiant Gardevoir makes it minus 100. We have 270 HP. We'll see how much damage they're doing here. Metal Blast is doing 300 damage, so they're doing 200. We might be able to survive if I can get the Goodra VStar here. Another Chorus's Experiment. Let's go ahead and play it. We do get the VStar. We do get a Marnie. And a double Turbo Energy, which is good. Okay. Let's go get the VStar. And then we can Crystal Cave. Puts us to 240. They might still be able to KO us. We'll attach the double Turbo Energy because we don't need to do 200 damage, and I could possibly Marnie into a potion. So we'll Rolling Iron, do 180 damage. And do they have another Metal Energy to attach to this Dialga? There's 2 in the discard. Scoop up the Comfy, okay. Guess they're thinning down their hand for a interesting play. Dialga does heal to 130. They Escape Rope. Another Escape Rope. Oh, they reset our Goodra! Wow! Did they just reset our Goodra? Oh, I think they did. Wow, what a play! Good job on that Dialga for resetting our Goodra. That was sick. They had the nuts for that. They had everything they needed. But alright, there you have it, folks. You saw me beat up on Mew. You saw our opponent concede with that Zeraora deck because we had an amazing start. And then you saw a long matchup against Dialga where they just had 2 escape ropes at the end of the game to be able to win, which was insane. I can't believe they were able to pull that off. Good for them, though. It was pretty awesome. I included that game as well anyways. But yeah, if you like the deck, it's in the description and down below. While you're there, subscribe to the channel. I'm only 10 away from 200. Help me reach that goal. That'd be awesome. And we'll see you next time on Crash Blade Gaming.